welcome to round 4 of the Nitto Tire United States Touring Car Championship. We're at Laguna Seca, outside of Monterey, California. Let's go talk to our drivers and see what they have to say about the race.
Yesterday's qualifying went pretty well. I think we were second fastest. We have a couple things to do with the car, a little tuning on it. So I think today should go fairly well. Looking forward to the race. This is a great track to race at. Beautiful scenery at the Mazda Raceway Laguna Raceway. The BTM Motorworks crew is getting the car dialed in pretty good. So looking for a really good outcome today.
Qualifying was pretty good. We were setting up some new brakes, so probably not as fast as we could have gone. But in a race, anything can happen. So I'm expecting some very interesting interactions out there. So we'll see how it goes.
Excellent. Qualifying went really well. The car's running really strong. We're a little bit down on horsepower, which isn't really a big problem because we're just here to shake down the car, really. It's our first race here, and with the USTCC, super stoked to be here, and I think the race will go really well as long as I stay consistent in my laps.
Today.
I'm so happy. The car is perfect. If I don't win the race, it's me. The car was delivered perfect. We're going to get a launch. Competition clutch is going to get us off the line, and I have no excuses. So we've already won the race. It's just to be determined. Life's Good Racing, Competition Clutch, and Hawk are going to get us there. I'm so happy. You have no idea.
Well, the Go-Go Gear AEM BMC BMW M3 ran very nice today. We continue to improve. I think we did our best time for the weekend, and I look forward to continue to improve and see if we can get close to the top group and maybe sneak on the podium.
Qualifying was really good. Got some good sessions in. Got the tire pressure a little bit wrong, but we're going to work on that. But hopefully a win for the race. We've got some good laps in our hands, and the car's set up just well. I think we should be really good for the race, so hoping for that win today.
Qualifying was a blast. We had a lot of fun out there. It was tough because I had to get up to speed on the track, and with the car, I had another commitment that I had to be at yesterday. So Ali did driving duty and set up yesterday, and he handed off a great car to me today. So I got out there, and I feel like I came up to speed pretty quickly and started turning some pretty quick lap times. And car's doing great. I still don't know if we have pole yet because it was so tight out there. I've got my fingers and toes crossed that we made it. But man, I hope so. It'd be awesome for the GoGoGear.com team to grab the pole here at Laguna Seca.
Qualifying for us was great. I'm taking over driving duties from the number 12 Life Good Racing BMW M3 from Carl Chica, hurt his hand. So I'm still kind of learning the car, but we came up to speed real fast. We have these unbelievable Hawk brakes. We can out-brake pretty much anybody here, so we're not worried about that. It's more up to me now to figure out how to get out of the corner quicker. But the car is running fantastic. Life's Good Racing. Everything is just running perfectly for us.
Qualifying went well. I actually had about a second faster lap than what I qualified, but I lost it in the corkscrew running into some traffic. So I feel good. I think I'm 2/10 out of first. I think I'm in third, so it's really tight up front. We're all separated by a couple tenths. So it's pretty exciting. Should make for good racing, and I'm looking forward to it.
Hopefully the track stays dry. It's a little bit slippery in the morning, but actually it's a beautiful day. Everybody's running fast, so I think it's going to be a good race.
Race today.
Qualifying was really good. We got the newfound power, courtesy of City Engineering with a supercharger, and now we're no longer down in power, and we're bringing the fight to them, and we qualified on pole, so I'm really happy with it.
Qualifying was good. Morning, car had plenty of power. We made some changes. It's got plenty of grip. But unfortunately, the narrow tires on the car right now were just giving up on me. But expecting from the race, a lot of fun. Tight racing, hopefully with somebody.
Well, Zach, we're here with the MBO Motorsports Honda Challenge car today. The original car that we have, our U.S. touring car, had some issues with the engine and the drivetrain. So instead of packing it up and going home, we brought out the backup car. Unfortunately, it's a little down on power compared to the other car, but it does handle pretty well, and so we're looking for some good things to happen. We probably won't qualify on the pole, but we'll be at the finish line, and we'll hopefully be on the podium in the end.
Thanks. Awesome. It was fun. It was good. I've been racing with U.S. Touring Car for a long time, racing in the touring car class, and today I got the opportunity to jump into a GT class car, which is something I've always wanted to do here at Laguna with a lot of power. And I think we exploited it. We're still waiting on results, but I'm expecting to be on the front row. Andrie's doing great in his car as well, so it's going to be a tough fight. So I'm hoping for P2, P1 to be great, but I expect to get to P1 right away.
Hello and welcome, folks, once again to round 4 of the Nitto Tires United States Touring Car Championship. We're here at Mazda Raceway, beautiful day, and we're going to have a fantastic day of racing. With me once again, Julio Decker. Welcome, thanks for joining us today, Julio.
It's a pleasure, Rick. It's always good to see you.
Well, we're going to have a fantastic day, but we need to get to our starting grid because we have a full day of racing for you, so let's get down to our starting grid right now. In the GT class, Andrie Haratnto is on pole in the Supertech CT Engineering Honda S2000. Next to him, Brad McClure in the BTM Motorworks Porsche 911.
Row 2 is Daniel Akhromstev in the Red Star Racing M3. Next to him, Dave Brown in the Life's Good Racing Chevy Camaro.
On the third row is Tyler Thompson in the World Motors BMW M3 coming in all the way from Phoenix, Arizona.
In touring class on pole, we have Gary Sheehan from GoGoGear.com, Hyundai Genesis, Mario Lento, Life's Good Racing, Mitsubishi.
The next row is Jason Alexandridis in the Performance Technic BMW M3. Next to him, another BMW M3, this one Mike Seacon in the BTM Motorworks.
Row 3, we have Bo Borders of Life's Good Racing BMW M3. Next to him is Jerry Amani in the TNI Mazda Speed 3.
On the next row, we have Larry Banney in the GoGoGear.com BMW M3. Next to him, Pete Bovenberg in the MBO Motorsports Honda Civic.
And on row 5, we have Michelle Abate in the Delicious Tuning Scion FRS. Next to her is Ron Valtierra in the TNI Mazda Speed 3.
And here we go for the standing start race. On the front row of Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, cars are getting ready to go. And wait, we have a green flag, a premature green flag.
Oh my goodness, cars almost got into each other. Holy cow, look at that. That's a tight fit. Oh, and Larry Banney goes around.
Oh man, there was contact. Somebody shoved Larry Banney made him in the spin, but unfortunately he didn't hit anything. On the front row, we have the two GT cars, the Honda and the Camaro going at it.
Boy, Pete Bovenberg got a great start on the outside. He went around at least 2, if not 3 cars.
A lot of people, some people really lost out and some people really gained. It looks like Pete passed a whole bunch of cars and is right up there with these guys in his MBO Motorsports Honda Civic. But up front, we have the Honda S2000 of Andrie Haratnto leading the pack. And in the GT class, looks like Gary Sheehan, our pole sitter, retained his first place. But he's being chased by Mario Lento, who's got a head of steam.
Mario jumps on the inside. I wonder if he can take him. No, Gary just goes so deep on those brakes. That's
Gary
unbelievable.
gave him plenty of room, but Mario decided not to take it. And they go, but look at that. Pete is up to third place in that Honda Civic. That Honda Civic flying today here at Mazda Raceway.
By the way, I did not see Brad getting a start. It looked like he started from the pits.
Yes, looks like Brad McClure, our 2012 Touring Car Champion, had some problems with their battery or something like that, had some electrical issues. Oh, here, look at this. Alexandridis decides to go for a pass, but then he decides against it because all of a sudden now we have a full course yellow.
That was a very heads-up move on his part.
Yes, nice move, and he backed out of it, and he didn't get a penalty. It's probably because of the Larry Banney incident on the front row. Yeah, but here we are on Dave Brown's Camaro. Look at the start, and another one who missed out on the start completely was the number 16 car of Daniel Akhromstev, our second-place guy.
Well, the starter, I think, botched the start on that one. Some people were still coming to a standstill when he threw the green. But yeah, we have a full course yellow while they pulled the Banney M3 off the track. It looks like we have a broken car
look at
that one.
Look at that. One car's already moving. Jason got lost out a little bit, but a bunch of people passed him. And there goes Larry. There goes Larry.
There's
into
the contact.
spin. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, let's hope that Jason's car's okay and all the wheels are pointed in the right direction. Looks like he was doing pretty well. Here's another camera. This is Pete's Bovenberg's MBO Motorsports car. He got a rocket start. And look at him just passing cars left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars. Just boom. Passed up. And he started way back, but he made it all up. And he's flying here today. And he missed all of actually yesterday's practice and qualifying too. So that's even better job.
Here's an in-car camera of Bo Borders. He goes flying by Jason. Jason was totally asleep on that one.
Wow, look at this. And there goes, you see the Mario Lento, Life's Good Racing Mitsubishi Lancer there, and Daniel Akhromstev, even though he botched the start, passes a bunch of cars.
That car's got a ton of horsepower.
And here's a rear view camera for Gary Sheehan. He actually was one of the few cars that was actually stopped at the start. But I think Mario was really looking forward to beating him at the start with his four-wheel drive, but that starter really messed things up for Mario, I guess.
Yeah, these standing starts of the USTCC series never fail to amuse and always makes for good drama at the beginning of each race.
Isn't that true? There's always seems to be something where somebody stalls. Oh, that's a good view of the contact there. But yeah, there's always seems to be something happening there, whether somebody stalls or somebody forgets to go or somebody goes prematurely. But coming into turn 11, look at that. The top 4 guys in GT are up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have Honda, Chevrolet, BMW. Front 1, 2, 3, 4 in the GT class. And the Camaro gaining on the speed. Look at the horsepower of that Camaro. But it's under braking. The S2000 should really have an edge as they go into turn 2. There's the Camaro. Dave Brown, that thing is a rocket.
Daniel's going to be really mad at himself. He is leading the points, and that's not what he wanted. That was the last thing he wanted with basically over the 50% point of the season. He needs to have that consistent scoring.
Yeah, here he goes. Oh, trying to make a move on Tyler Thompson's M3, but not quite. That is 2 M3s. One of them supercharged. The Thompson car in the front is supercharged. Daniel's is not, but it looks like Daniel's faster is trying to make an outside move. Look at that. You can't do that there.
Some serious legs on it. Holy cow.
Wow, that was awesome.
That was some great driving by Daniel. He is not a patient man, and you can clearly see that one.
Yeah, look at the speed of this car. It's just amazing. He just goes through these turns like they don't even exist.
And that car looks really stable, too. I think they have the handling down on this car.
They do. So, but up front, Honda S2000 is still leading, but here comes Daniel. He's turning in some pretty quick times. And in the GT class, Gary Sheehan in the Hyundai Genesis, followed by Mario Lento, and the BMW of
Bo Borders.
Bo Borders, third place.
Those 3 are
nice.
kind of getting away from the pack, and I think the pack is doing some fighting amongst themselves, and these top 3 are just kind of running away with it.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a shame that the start got messed up, because in qualifying, the Mitsubishi, the Hyundai, and the M3s, all of them were within half a second of each other, and it would have been an awesome race to see who does. And they kept trading time, the top time for pole. At first it was one guy, then a minute later another guy grabs pole. It kept going back and forth.
There goes Michel Abate. That was a great move in turn 11. Jumped on the inside of that TNI Mazda Speed 3 and took the position.
That was nice. That's the first race ever for that team in USTCC, and brand new car, brand new team. Their first time, they're learning a lot, and they actually have gotten faster every session out there. So good job to them. Here we are. This is Sheehan again in the yellow GoGoGear.com Hyundai Genesis, leading the touring class, still followed by the Mitsubishi. And we see that the MBO Motorsports, Pete Bovenberg, we get on board here. He's now down to 4th place. I guess he got passed by Bo Borders, I guess. But 4th place, but he's still charging really hard, turning in really fast lap times in that car.
Pete's one of our ex-champions, and he knows what to do. His new car was having some issues, so they decided to dust off the old gal and brought the old Civic, and she is kind of hanging in there with these newer cars. Very surprising.
Actually, he says that he says that his old car is actually quicker than the new one. But yeah, I guess sometimes old stuff works better than new stuff, I guess.
Well, I'm sure the old car is very, very sorted compared to the new one that they're continuing to develop. But goes to the testament of how good these drivers are, and Pete's a multi-year champion, and it shows.
Yeah, but looking backwards from Sheehan's GoGoGear.com, UTI Hyundai Genesis, looks like he's built a couple of seconds gap here. So that's comforting to know. He doesn't have to worry about anybody charging in on him, but behind him, a freight train of cars, all different types of cars. You have BMW, Mazda, Mitsubishi, and another Mazda.
Something just happened to Seacon, because Jason went by him like he was standing still.
Yeah, what happened? That was Seacon was in the championship hunt. I hope there's nothing wrong with his car. What the heck happened to him? Because he was there he was trying to win the championship, and he was, I think, in 2nd or 3rd place in the points.
I wonder if he had another one of those mischiefs, but
yeah, there's
definitely something wrong with this car.
Yeah, definitely.
He is absolutely slowing down. That was Jerry Amani going by him.
You know, there's something dragging on his car, and it's making some weird noises and things. So it looks like something's fallen off, and he's backed out of it, and he's just going to park it. Looks like that's a shame because these guys, oh look, these guys have been in the championship hunt and have been one of the fastest cars every race.
But this is not a BTM weekend at all. We had Brad that had issues with his Porsche at the start, and now we have Mike Seacon with some kind of a mechanical failure. And yep, there he goes. He goes completely pulling off the track, and he's come into the pits. So Mike Seacon is officially out of the race, and we're back with Daniel, and Daniel's now pressuring Dave Brown. He jumps on the inside of him, and oh, I cannot believe this car is having a drag race with that Camaro.
Oh, the Camaro's got to look at this. Got the better legs, but the V8 versus 6-cylinder. Wow, look at that. The Camaro really has that top end covered, but under braking. Look at that. M3 under braking.
Dave Brown knows better. He covers that inside lane.
Wow.
But I'm again very impressed with that BMW. That was a great jump out of that corner. He can put that power down like nobody's business.
So while we have a minute, I have the results from the qualifying session, and the top 3 in qualifying and touring were separated by a tenth of a second apiece. The pole sitter was Sheehan. He did a 41.7. Second place was Lento. He did a 41.8. And third place was Alexandridis. He did a 41.9. That's some close racing. And those guys in that 30-minute session, they were trading back and forth.
I don't know what's going on, but all of a sudden we have all these folks according back in. Lento caught up with Gary Sheehan, and Bovenberg is now right on the boot of Bo Borders. So everybody's getting real racy, and you think they'd get away from each other. I think they're all coming back together. This is pretty amazing.
Well, maybe they're just driving hard, and their tires are some of the front guys that are pushing too hard. Their tires might be getting a little too hot. So
Daniel looks like he's got the measure of that Camaro. And here he goes with his patented outside move.
I don't think so.
Dave Brown knows better. He does the outside-inside move, and he totally has the inside to that Camaro. I bet you anything Dave Brown's just going to go training on the outside of him.
You got the power. Now take the inside. Take the inside. Oh, don't leave the inside open.
Goes jumping in there. That was a wild move.
Yeah.
Dave Brown is a wily coyote, and I'm shocked that Daniel took him on the inside.
Dave probably thought, no, he's not going to try that.
That was some pretty late braking on Daniel's part.
Wow, that BMW is really hooked up, but now he's trying to go for that car. Now there's up front is Tyler, looks like, so they're the next car up front, but as we see, these two guys have pulled out a little gap. Lento and Sheehan, first and second. Meanwhile, there's a big battle brewing.
Here goes Pete, and there we go. Hello. That was just letting Bo know that he's back there. No big deal, no harm, no foul.
That's what happens when you have a 2,400-pound car out-braking a 3,400-pound car, as you have the difference between a Civic and the BMW there.
Well, that love tap was enough to get our camera to be at about a 15-degree angle.
Yeah, and this track, braking is really important, and cooling your brakes is really important because this place beats up brakes like crazy. So
now we have the Bo Borders, Pete Bovenberg, and Jason Train going down the track here, and
it looks like that pack of 3 have pulled away a little bit from the TNI Racing Mazda Speed 3 of Jerry Imani.
And I bet you anything Jerry's just laying back because there might be some tears before it's all said and done. Here we go.
Did he get it? He looks like he got the inside
Oh,
line.
he is really having to jump on the brakes on that one, and he held it. And here comes Jason. Jason was waiting for that move. Closes the doors. Wow, this is some exciting stuff.
There's great racing going on here. Watch out, Jason. Take it easy. Don't crash.
This is great racing, by the way. These are true testament to how professional these drivers are. No paint change, and yet we have very, very close racing.
But all this,
speaking of Jerry,
look at Jerry Money.
She
She's on board now. These 4 cars are all dicing for 3rd place. The last podium spot is up for grabs between all these guys. Wow, look at that. What the heck happened there? Did he miss a shift or something?
Wow, that was a great
Bo Borders totally lost out on that one.
I hope he didn't break, but yeah, Jason. Someone wrong because Jerry went by him as well.
Yeah.
So she's moved up another spot.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, I hope it's not terminal and he's going to finish. I hope. But now Jason is all over Dave Civic.
and he's jumping on the inside. Pete's going to try to block him, but I think no,
nice.
He was successful. Nice. And Jason better be careful. Jerry's going to be right on him.
Now Jerry's trying to pass Jason because Jason lost a bit of momentum because of the Pete move there at turn 4.
Jerry does a lot of spec Miata racing. You know she's all about the momentum and you know with all the horsepower that
Pete
a Mazda
trying to take the inside, so he's wow. Careful here. This is turn 6. You got to be really careful here. If you lose it here, you're off and you're gonna smack into the wall. But as they go up to the corkscrew, let's see if Pete gets in the dirt again. No, look at that. Oh, that BMW closes up on the braking. Jason looks like he's probably faster. It looks like he just wants to get by, but just can't figure a way to get by this car. And you know Bovenberg can make that Civic twice as wide easily.
Here's a shot going into turn 11. See if he can outbrake him. Nope. Pete has no problem holding him off in that lap. Bo seems to be back up to speed again, so I don't know what happened there. But there was a moment that something went wrong with that car.
And back on board here, we have the Honda S2000, our overall leader in the GT class. He's motoring along. He's actually starting to lap some of the slower cars now. Look at up front. We have in the TNI Racing M3. No, the TNI Racing they don't race M3s. That's a Mazda Speed 3. I'm sorry. He's actually getting close to lapping that car.
By the way, I got a glimpse of Brad's Porsche. I guess he finally made it to the track, and he's on the track.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, at least he's on there. He's probably a lap down, but he's on there. That's not bad. Here he's back on board. The battle for third place and touring again. These 4 cars going at it. Mario Lento and Gary Sheehan have actually pulled out, stretched their lead, but these guys are just going at it. Great driving by these 2 guys, especially.
Pete's really pushing hard. I wonder if he's going to have any tires left by the end of the race. That might be Jason's shot at taking Pete. If he uses those tires any more than he is now, Jason might be able to get him in one of the braking zones.
Well, you know, it's not a terribly hot day, so if ever you wanted to push hard, it's not a bad day to do that today because, you know, the outside temp was about 70 degrees, track temp was about 95, so not too bad.
And now they've kind of pulled away from Jerry a little bit, so it's just kind of the race between...
Oh, Pete's over the dirt! No, he pushed a little too hard, but he's still got the inside line. Oh,
that is amazing that he held him in turn 10. That is a fast turn for you to go off and still hold it. That's
locked up his brakes! Oh, no, probably was too much dirt on his tires. Locked him up. Watch out! Oh, here comes Jerry Amati. Now Jerry's got the inside line for turn 2.
And Pete tried to pinch her down, but she had the momentum
Jerry
and goes trucking by.
With that turbocharged 4-cylinder Mazda, drove on by. So Pete went from 3rd to 5th with 2 turns, in a matter of 2 turns.
Yeah, I have a feeling his tires were starting to go. You could kind of see the car dancing around a little bit, and he's starting to close back up on Jerry a little bit, but that remains to be seen. He needs to really cool those tires off a bit.
Yeah, now it's going to be, well, you certainly cooled them off by going in the dirt. That cools you off. But,
now Pete needs to cool off a little bit.
Yes. Pete now needs to put his head down and start charging forward, but now...
That's Daniel. He is still pushing hard. He hasn't given up. But here we go. We got Jason on the clear, and he's pulling away. And I think Pete's going to have his work cut out for him if he wants to get back up there again.
Yeah, now Jerry Amati is in 4th place, and she's going to be trying to catch up to Jason there up front.
Well, that's amazing how Jason pulled away. Look at it. That car is just becoming a dot in the horizon.
Well, it's probably, you know, he probably was really quick because he was our, you know, 3rd place qualifier here with, you know, only 2/10 away from pole. But I think he was just probably slowed down while he was behind Bovenberg there. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe as long as he got some clear air, now he can get moving. But Bovenberg charging hard, and you know Bovenberg does not give up, so you know there's going to be some action coming up here as soon as he's going to try everything he can to catch up and regain that 4th place at least. Here we are on board with Andrie Haratnto. He's lapping some slower cars as we speak.
Yeah, this is a good weekend for them. They had the pole, and they haven't looked back since. And here we go with Jerry catching
up to Jason.
Jason again, and I wonder if Jason overcooked his tires because Last time he went into that corkscrew, it seemed like he overshot that a little bit. And that car is a heavy car. They have a lot of weight in that car. Rewards weight, that is.
Well, Jason won the first race. They showed up at the first race at Buttonwillow and they just dominated the field. And but since then they've had a string of bad lucks, botched starts, car head gaskets, all kinds of issues. So it's about time that their luck turned around and they had a podium finish. If the race ended right now, which it's not, but if it ended right now, they'd be on the podium, third place.
Yeah, Performance Technique puts out a very professional effort, and their cars are absolutely spotless. Besides looking beautiful, they do a great job of developing that M3. So no surprise that that's a fast car. It's a front-running car. Well, here comes Andrie through the field, and this is amazing. He is actually on the tail end of the leaders of the touring class.
Yeah, that's the GT cars are significantly quicker, and yeah, on a tight, twisty track, they have a huge advantage.
You were talking to the representative from Yokohama. They were saying their slicks are worth a good solid 6 seconds per lap here.
Yeah, they are sticky. They're expensive, but they are sticky. And here comes the checkered flag, Haratnto, our winner today, and Sheehan in the touring class. Here comes to get the checkered flag in the Hyundai Genesis, the GoGear.com Hyundai Genesis. It's third consecutive win in the touring class.
So both classes, touring and GT class, flag to flag winners on both pole sales. Congratulations to Andrea and Gary.
Yeah, let's get now. Let's get down to the podium and see what the winners are about to do. Andrie, you had a rough weekend yesterday, and then your crew wins the crew award, the Ironclad Crew Award. How did it go? I guess the car, I guess you fixed it and made it a big race.
Yeah, the crew worked hard. You know, they deserve the award obviously because they got the car running and they gave me a good car. Glad to beat Daniel this time. Hopefully we continue to do so. But yeah, car working great, can't complain. And we got the newfound power by supercharger from CD Engineering, and it proved to be the key factor.
Well, you need to gain points. You still have 3 more races left, so keep on pounding on Andrie and get those points.
Daniel.
Oh yeah, excuse me, Daniel. Sorry. Yeah, keep on working on him and trying to get those points made up. You still got a great chance.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately Daniel have a pretty good lead. We probably need one bad luck from him in order to capture the championship, but the best that we can do is finish first. And everything else is out of our control. So we just want to keep what we can do, and do best.
Okay, I'm here with the driver of the winner in the touring car class, Gary Sheehan, driving the GoGoGear.com Hyundai Genesis Coupe. Gary, how did your weekend go?
It doesn't get much better than that. I mean, you qualify on the pole and you take home the race win. It's a pretty fantastic weekend for us in the GoGoGear.com racing car racing team. Pretty crazy start. Again, second strange start where green flag dropped really early, and thankfully it kind of took the one advantage that Mario had in the Evo 10 with his all-wheel drive. That was the biggest concern that I had going into the race, is those all-wheel drive cars hook up really well on the start, on these standing starts, and it caught some guys off guard, and one of the GT cars stalled at the beginning of the race, so I was able to jump into the lead for touring car. And then right away we went yellow because our teammate Larry Banney had contact on the front straight, which took him out, so we went yellow for a couple laps, bunch of field back up. And after that, the track went green. Just a matter of keeping Mario behind me, and he kept me busy for a couple of laps, and I was able to slowly work out a little bit of a lead, and then it was just maintaining the gap and bringing the car home. So awesome result for GoGoGear.com Racing and Beck Arnley and all of our other sponsors out there. Congratulations to them as well.